Hey, it's Sandy from Easy Diz, and I'm coming to you from Conservation Station in Disney's Animal Kingdom today at the all-new animation experience. And I am so excited that we have this true classic piece of Disney history. After all, isn't animation where it all began? So you'll get an opportunity to sit down, grab a pencil, sketch a little bit, be like Walt. This summer we're doing animals from Lion King, 7 different characters, so be sure to keep coming back all day long, catch everything. And then shortly we're gonna see them transition to the great classics. After all, it's things like Bambi and Thumper that really started it all. Fast Pass is an option, but definitely make sure you allow time to take the train out here and get ready for an incredible experience that combines art, education, and of course, a little bit of pixie dust. Come on in, let's check it out.
Look at him dig. What is he after?
I don't know. Let's find out. It's an egg! It's hard-boiled. The keepers hide those to encourage him to explore. Hey, look, Scooter found an egg too. Scooter is a female that lives with Zawadi.
Back to Zawadi. He has a new tactic. He's a hard worker.
Hyenas are problem solvers. They'll continue working until they get an answer. That persistence sure pays off when it comes to getting rewards.
Well, they are smart. But where do you get playful?
That's a great question. Watch Zawadi. His keepers notice that he'll walk past Scooter with his bone until she starts to chase him.
Hyena tag? And is that the iconic laugh I just heard?
It is. They make that sound when they're excited. Now listen, Zawadi's trying to make another call. It's called a whoop. It's kind of like him saying, hey, here I am.
Wow. Lots of socializing, playing, and wet?
Yeah, it's a surprise to a lot of people. Hyenas like to spend time in the water. After getting soaked, it's time for Zawadi to dry off.
You know, I didn't notice before, but Zawadi is kinda cute too. Ride the Kilimanjaro safaris and see and listen for Zawadi Hyena. He's playful, smart, and cute. Who knew?
Well, I did. You can't believe everything you see in the movies.
So we're going to start off our head here. We've got our guidelines and our ovals drawn, which takes the hardest part about this right out of the equation, so we can start to get right to the features. And I'm going to start with his eyes. For Ed, right here between that smaller oval and the edge of our big oval, these 2 guidelines right here, I'm going to draw, guess what? Another oval. Think of it like a big egg shape. Very, very, very lightly. That's the most important thing. Keep those lines really light. Barely touch the paper with your pencil. Now you may notice on the top of your pencil there's this thing called an eraser. We really don't know why it's there because artists never use them. You can feel free to use them. I will let you know this. If you do, you're probably going to wind up erasing way too much and you're not going to be able to keep up and you might not leave with a finished drawing. So, up to you if you want to use the eraser or not. I can't stop you, but I can encourage you not to. On the other side, we're going to do the same thing. Nice big egg shape. Now, because Ed is so wacky, it's perfectly okay if both sides of his face don't match up exactly. In fact, it might add a little more character to your character if they don't. Got some nice egg shapes there. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add his eyes inside the eyeball itself. And his eyeball is like the yolk of that big egg. I'm going to set it right here at the bottom. This big eyeball. Looks like somebody's doing their best Ed impression. Ed was voiced by one of the most legendary voiceover actors in the animation business. You may have heard of this guy, Jim Cummings.
Yes.
He does the voice of Ed. He also does the voice of Winnie the Pooh. And if you love the song Be Prepared from The Lion King, he is the singing voice of Scar as well. And that's right, Jeremy Irons did not sing that song. It was Jim Cummings. On this side, we're going to draw his other eye. Yeah, nice big eel right there at the bottom of our egg. Nice light there. Now, inside of his snout, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give him a nose, because noses are kind of important. His nose is, again, an oval. A little bit smaller than the snout. And I'm going to sit up a little closer to the bottom of the snout than to the top. A nice big oval shape. Underneath of his snout and his eyes in the bottom half of our big main oval, we're going to draw his mouth. And you want to think of his mouth kind of like a water slide. You start up here above our guideline between the eye and the edge of the oval. We're going to slide on down, and then we're going to go down. Oh no, there's another drop. And we're going to connect it right into the bottom of that snout. From the other side. And the great thing is that, again, they don't match up exactly. That's perfectly okay. That'll start to create his upper lip. His lower lip, same exact shape, just a little bit bigger. I'm going to start right here at the guideline at the very, very bottom of my oval. A little smiley face there kind of matches the shape of our snout. And we're just going to do that same water slide, connecting it all the way back to the top of his mouth. So that gives us that nice shape for those powerful jaws. In the wild, hyenas actually have one of the most powerful bites of any mammal on the savannah. Those jaws exert over 1,000 pounds per square inch. And they're one of the few mammals that can actually crush bones. So hyenas are really, really important to the environment because they do not leave a lot of animal waste behind. They will eat everything that they catch, bones and all. So very, very important. So we've got the basic shape for his eyes, his nose, his mouth. What do you think we need to add next?
Ear.
How about ears so he can hear? Hyenas are incredibly intelligent, like you saw in the video. They live in large groups, and so they communicate with each other a lot. In fact, hyenas make over a dozen different vocalizations. Because they're pack hunters, it helps them to talk to the rest of their group. Now, to find out about how big his ears are, they're roughly half the size of your oval. So if you want, you can use your pencil, kind of like a little ruler there. I'm going to start just above the guideline for the top of my eye. That's going to come out to about there. A little dot and nice curved lines sticking out there. Just a really gentle S shape. And again, I'm going to match it up on the other side. Again, if it's not exactly the same, that's perfectly fine. You know, you can draw with one ear up, one ear down. You know, these animals out there can move their ears around so they can listen to the rest of their group or to where their prey might be hiding. Curved line. Bring it down just above the guideline there. The rest of his ear is going to be this big, long curve coming right down to the edge of our oval, right there at that big guideline. So it kind of looks like a bat wing as it comes all the way down. Another big curve over here on the other side. Those big ears so Ed can hear stuff. Here's your basic setup for Ed. Eyes, ears, nose, mouth. Now, we're going to start going, we're going to add the details. So let's start by finishing up his eyes first. And I'm going to go over that big egg shape and darken in that mask that goes around his eyes. for his eyeball, we're going to have a little fun with it. On one eye, I'm going to bring up his eyelid just across the bottom of his eye. Darkening the rest of that eyeball above it. And the way Ed can see, not only do hyenas use their sense of smell, but they also use their eyes. And you may notice animals, especially predators, have their eyes facing forward on the front of their head. That gives them great depth perception so they can hunt and track their prey. Their prey animals, the herbivores, have eyes on the sides of their head. And that gives them almost a 360-degree view of the savanna so that they can see the predators better. Above it, just add a little crease there for his upper eyelid. And we're going to give him a pupil. Nice little bitty circle sitting there somewhere inside of that eyeball. You can pretty much put it wherever you want, make him as cross-eyed as you want him to be. The more cross-eyed, probably the better. It'll make him look even more unhinged. On this side, I'm going to darken up that mask. Way around. And do a little something different with this eye. Instead of having the bottom eyelid curve up like that, I'm going to have it curve over this direction. And then bring his top eyelid down a little bit across the top of his eye. Darkening the rest of his eyeball that's visible between those two eyelids. And then we'll put his pupil in here somewhere. Have some fun with it. Just a little bitty circle. I'm going to put mine way off in two different directions there. A little crease here at the very top of that eyelid. It's going to finish up his eyes. Next, we'll start to work on the nose. And for his nose, we're going to give him nostrils. The recent studies have found that breathing is incredibly important to life. And so we're going to give Ed some nostrils so he can breathe. Nice big hook, or kind of an upside down teardrop shape there at the bottom of his nose. Yeah, nostrils can be completely different. In between the nostrils, there's a little wrinkle there at the bottom of his nose. Just add that in and darken in the oval shape of his nose around it. On the sides of his nose, we're going to give him some freckles. A couple little dots on each side. And they don't have to be symmetrical. Mine kind of are, but it's fine. And a little wrinkle there between the top of his nose and his snout. And then just darken in the oval shape of his snout. Next, we're going to work on his mouth. And that upper lip there. Retrace my lines over him a couple of times, make it a little bit darker there. And do the same thing with his lower lip. But for his lower lip, we're going to make it really thick and dark. And it's going to add that really cool extra dimension that makes his mouth even more powerful. Remember, hyenas have those amazing jaws. Thicken up that bottom lip. You can either draw it again and then shade in between, or you can just go over it a lot. Make it really nice and thick, so you can stand out. And in the movie, Ed is not the most intelligent hyena. In fact, Ed is probably the lowest ranking in his clan. hyena clans are actually led by the alpha female. Even the alpha male, the highest ranking male in the group, ranks below the lowest ranking female. That's right, all of the ladies come first, and then the guys. And so Ed is probably at the very bottom of that totem pole. Inside of his mouth, we're going to give him teeth. So, right under the eye here, we put a curved line on this side, and another one over here. And then this is one of the most fun parts about drawing Ed. We're going to add a whole bunch of zigzaggy lines. We can curve some of them, make some of them straight, make some big teeth, some small teeth. Have a little fun with them. Ed's crazy teeth. To show the bottom row of teeth, really easy. A little curve right at the end here, connecting it to the lower lip. And again, on the other side. We can shade in really lightly, not as dark as the lip, just a light grayish tone behind the teeth to show the inside of his mouth there. Next, we're going to work on those ears. And right where the guideline meets the edge of our circle, or oval, we're just going to redraw that outside shape of his ear. And we're going to connect it at the top. And at the very end, we can add a couple of stray tufts of fur. And have a little bit of fun with them. Some fur up there. Do the same thing on the other side. Just a couple little random tufts of fur. The same curve inside there. Now, before we darken in the outside of his ear, we're going to add a couple of notches, maybe a couple of bites that were taken out of his ear. I'm going to add, just like the nose, a little hook. Put 2 on each side, and don't have to be exactly the same.
I love how they take a minute to give adequate recognition to where it all began. It starts obviously with Walt and all of his ideas, and as they mentioned, the very famous Frank Thompson, Ollie Johnson, and Retta Scott, and Mary Blair. Mary Blair is most known for her work on Small World, and you can find her art shown throughout the Contemporary lobby. So if you'd like to come and check this out or any other Disney experience, give us a call, 877-EZ-DIZ-EZ.